Finally, I have here in my hands Gaahleri Aventus airbrush, and to be fair, I cannot wait for the right opportunity to test it. So I will invent myself this opportunity. That's the contents of the box, which box is aluminium. A very interesting approach to the packaging. The airbrush itself, as you have probably seen, like many other YouTube members, is engraved with my channel name, which if you want you can have your name or whatever engraved on the airbrush. Now, first impressions, the trigger is quite heavy to push, but it feels smooth in operation. Now, what I have seen on other reviews, some people complain about the back and forth motion, that it is catching, so I'm not going to get my airbrush disassembled yet, but I may add some lubricant here so that we can have, just in case, smooth motion. I will use the 0.2 millimeter combo, and I will test the application of the camouflage scheme of my latest build, so that I can have good idea when I start the actual camouflage application. Now I will start with the lightest color. For some reason in the box we don't get lubricant anymore, but we get a quick connection with Mac valve and this moisture trap, which I'm not going to use because it's a bit awkward for me, and also I have a moisture trap on the compressor side, so it's redundancy which I don't really need right now. Now first I'm going to try the MRP paint directly without any thinning, and I will have the pressure at 1 bar. I'm not really expecting this to work very well, but let's try. I'll leave it to you to decide whether or not this is a good result. 1 bar directly out of the bottle, MRP paint. Now let's try the green color, which will give us a better understanding. In terms of overspray, of course, there is some on the edges, but pretty good in my opinion. Filling the larger areas, like with any airbrush with such a small nozzle size, is not the most efficient thing to do, but yeah, you can play around with the marbling techniques, or should you wish. You can do your pre-shading, post-shading, whatever rocks your boat, as some might say. Now let's see what will happen if I drop the air pressure to about 8.8 bars or something like 10 psi. Still not diluted, the paint. With this style of nozzle, one can get very close to the model and still have some protection for the nozzle, which is, as you can see, very helpful. You can do some quite tidy lines. The fact that this kit has also a 0.4 mil needle and nozzle combo means that it can be a one airbrush solution if that's what you must have. So it is rather versatile. Now, don't take my review or testing and go and buy your airbrush. Check out others who might be more experienced in the airbrushing. I've used more airbrushes and can be more critical. I don't find so far anything to criticize, which may or may not be realistic. But should you wish to buy one of these airbrushes or something else from Gaahleri, you can use my promo code and get 10% discount, which does apply even if the thing you have chosen is on some kind of promotion. But don't go anywhere yet, we have another color. The sweet spot for this airbrush and this paint, though, in my opinion, is 1 bar, which should be 15 psi. Correct me if I'm wrong. Every now and then, even with these paints, the nozzle may need some cleaning. Now, I'm pretty sure that there will be some people in the comments which will say that I'm sold and bought by Gaahleri. But I can tell you that cannot be further from the truth. I'm getting no money in return for these videos. In fact, I was not even asked to make a video. Yes, I'm getting a free airbrush, but how could I make a video about something that I don't have? So I think that makes sense. Their marketing strategy is quite aggressive, which may contribute to what people think about them in a negative way. But so far, from what I have experienced with their products, they're quite good. Do they have issues? Probably yes. I haven't run into something that I could not fix or deemed an airbrush unusable in any ways. But in any case, take advantage of the beauty of today's abundance of information and make your own mind. I myself am pretty happy with how this airbrush performs, and I hope that this video did give you some useful information. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy modeling, fellas!